voiceover artist, and just all-around swell gal. Please, welcome to the stage. A big Raleigh welcome to Miss Catherine Tate!
Raleigh. Ridiculous. As if it's R-A-R-L-E-I-G-H. Well, this is what's going to happen, people. Thank you for coming, by the way. I'm going to come down and say hello. And I want to know, I'd like to know, first of all, let's do a little game of who's come the furthest. And it better not be me. So, hello. I'm going to be backlit and that's going to be see-through, ladies, so that ain't going to be good. Let's start the bidding somewhere. Where are you from? Oh, you've got a t-shirt with me on it. How flattering. It's a good day already. Where are you from? I'm from Raleigh. You're from Raleigh. You obviously haven't quite understood the rules of this game. Anyone from further away than Raleigh? Oh, a lot of people, good! Where are you from, madam? Florida. From Florida? Any bidders higher than Florida? Oh, look, yeah, come on.
Oxford.
Oh, Oxford! Ooh! Suck it, Florida! So, you've come slightly further away than me, haven't you? That's quite annoying. Who else? Anyone else? Over there, you're going to have to shout. Oh, Yorkshire! That's somewhere else in Great Britain. Again, further away than me. Very annoying. No one else? Where? London? Dublin! Oh, Dublin! Look, has no one from America come apart from Florida? Is this an international? Yes, hello! People are chastising her. She put her hand up and her family have gone, Emily? Are you Emily? Hi. I'm farther away, but I'm from Tobacco. You're not from very far away, but you're from Tobacco. It's okay. You've again not understood the rules of the game. But it's okay. Is Tobaccoville near here? Okay. Shout it out. Taylorsville, no one's ever heard of it. Well, I think Dublin's one, haven't they? Give a round of applause to Dublin. So, now, this is... I'm on London time and it's cocktail hour there. I'm joking, it's only water. Now, you know that I don't know a lot about sci-fi, don't you? Do you? Full disclosure, I don't know a lot about sci-fi. I'm delighted that I was in a show that means I can be here and meet lovely people, and I got to meet brilliant people like David Tennant and John Barrowman. Heard of them? But if you ask a technical question about sci-fi, I will have to default to my answer, which is a routine about cheese. Okay? But I'm very excited for your questions. How's it going to work? People hold up their hand and ask questions? There's a microphone. So what, you come up to the microphone? That's a bit boring. Why don't you all come up on stage and ask questions? That's better. Alright, hold on! Why is no one from this side coming? We're not allowed. Hello, wait, look, you're all welcome. Listen, all the answer is going to be cheese.
Wait, I have a question.
You have a question?
I do, yes.
Alright, I mean, there is a line of people there.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
What's my favourite kind of cheese? I don't eat it. tell you anything about cheese? No, actually I won't. I don't want the cheese lobbyists going after me. No, I'm going to say goat. Oh God, look at this. It's like I've started a new cult. They're all on their knees. Oh, come up, sir, come up. And I'm going to try and guess who it... Yeah, come up, man. Get the full experience. Hello? Are you... Yes, exactly. Look, they've made a stage where we're going to go out. I'm going to body surf soon. It's going to be like a Vegas show. Come here, sir. Hello? Hello? Are you both asking questions?
Yes.
Okay, because he was first. I mean, we do have rules in this new world I've started. What's your name? What's your name?
Justin.
Justin. Are you one of the doctors? Yes, see? Oh, I've done my research. I don't know which one, but he's definitely not David Tennant. Come here, look. Centre stage, sir. Centre stage, Justin. There you go. Front and centre. Oh, no. What's your question?
Okay, so in John Barrowman's Q&A yesterday...
You better not ask me to show my bottom, which is what John normally does.
So in Barrowman's Q&A yesterday, he said that if we asked you to sing, that you would.
Okay, I'd rather show you my arse. This is the thing about John. No! #MeToo, Justin!
Right?
I mean, have we got Justin on camera saying turn around? No, it's a joke, people. He did say, he told me this morning, he went, I said to him this morning, I said, why are people coming up to me at my table and going, we're going to ask you to sing at your panel? And I'm like, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's a joke. I like to sing. I don't think people like to hear it, but that's the deal. But one day, people.
I would be honored to hear you sing.
Oh, you genuinely wouldn't, honestly. But as it happens, I have just brought my pianist with me. Can you imagine if I did and I actually brought out a band? Oh, I didn't know you can ask me to sing. Justin, you and your fabulous arse can go downstairs. Oh, he's got another question! Oh, come on, Justin. This is the...
So my actual question is, I absolutely love the Catherine Tate show. And I actually discovered that after watching you on Doctor Who, but I think you're a comic genius. I love everything you do. I know that Nan is probably your most popular character right now, but if you had to pick any other character from the show and kind of spin that off into their own show, what character would that be?
Thank you for giving me the microphone back, Justin. What character would I spin off into? The problem about sketch characters I think they're funny for a reason, and it's that you see them in short bursts. Whereas the Nan character, which is actually going into a film format, the Nan character, because she's sort of got the kind of legs, as they say, no pun intended, to sort of carry her own story. I guess my favourite character to play after that would be Lauren Cooper, because it's kind of like the similar thing with the old person and the young person. They have the privilege of age and youth to hide behind and say what they want about most things. So that's, what I would do, and it would be, with Lauren, she'd be very much like Comic-Con. Justin, do you care? Look, Justin, is my face bothered? Do I look bothered? Do I look bothered, Justin? No, Comic-Con, I ain't bothered! Justin, thank you very much, darling. Do you know what you should do? People who are coming up, is this hand, can that come up? Yeah, take your own mic. Take it off, there we go. Thank you. And you should start speaking now. Nobody likes the sound of their own footsteps coming on the stage. Start speaking.
All right, well, my name's Brian.
What? Brian?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice to see you, darling.
My question is, Doctor Who question.
Oh, God. Gouda.
I mean, he kind of stole my question, so I had to come up with something quick.
Okay.
Which episode that you played in hit you emotionally?
I think when I saw, well, there was Turn Left, which was, that was a really, I loved doing that. I thought that was a brilliant episode. And then, of course, the last two episodes, Journey's End and the other one. Journey's End, the two last ones.
Stolen Earth.
Stolen Earth, yes. When I found out how Donna's story was going to end, and I remember distinctly reading the line, and when I first got the script, and it says, Donna says to the doctor, but I was going to travel with you forever. Donna and the doctor, best friends forever. And I just remember it really hit me because I thought, oh, this is where her story will end. And it was, I think that was the genius of Russell though, to write a character that was so bolshy and so alive and had changed so much. And then he had the guts to bring her exactly back to where she came from. And it's devastating. I think as a piece of, as a literary trajectory through a work of art like Doctor Who is, I really thought that took such balls because she just didn't know how much she changed. She didn't know, and I thought it was heartbreaking, but I just thought I loved it. I loved actually coming back to Donna. And then there was that really heartbreaking moment where she's back, he's brought her back to her family, and he's sitting in the front room, he's sitting in the lounge with her family, and he says, for one moment, she was the most important person in the entire universe. And she walks in and they introduce her to him. And she goes, all right, anyway, bye. And I just thought it was really, a brilliant piece of writing.
I cried every time.
Oh, you've seen it more than once?
More than once.
Come on, people!
This is how you convert people to become a Whovian, is you're like, hey, we're doing a marathon for like 3 days.
No! I object! Thank you, darling, very much. Pass it on to the next person. It's Emily from not Taylorsville. Tobaccoville.
I'm so terrified.
Oh, I wonder where the noise is coming from. Don't be terrified.
Okay, so my question is, when you did Lauren Cooper, what was it like when David Tennant was your teacher?
Oh, yeah.
How was the experience like?
Well, David's a brilliant comic actor, as I'm sure you know. And the thing about when I do the Lauren Cooper character, because we do it live in front of a studio audience, it's actually, funnily enough, it's quite difficult to get other actors to play the other part opposite me, whoever it's going to be in that episode, like the doctor or the teacher or whoever it is. Because it's a difficult thing to do. You have to keep, holding your nerve, interjecting, because I improvise quite a bit within it. I have to say, look, I don't know what I'm going to say, but at this point, come in with your line. And that's quite scary for a lot of actors, but David is just so, down the line. He's absolutely brilliant at it. And there's one bit in it that you just see him flicker because he didn't know I was going to say it. It's where I don't know if you know the sketch, he's my teacher and I'm a schoolgirl. And in it I say to him, because I give him a lot of grief because he's Scottish in it. And there's a show or there was when we were kids, called You Take the High Road, and it was a soap opera set in Scotland. And at one point in it, I said to him, you take the high road and I take the low road. And he didn't know I was going to say that. And you can just watch it, and you just see this flicker in his eye, but he just doesn't break it, and he's absolutely brilliant. So it was my delight to do it with David, because comedy with David is such a joy, because he's such a brilliant actor.
My favorite line was...
Put the thing up.
My favorite line was, fancy Billy Piper, sir.
Oh yeah, do you fancy Billy Piper then? Thank you, Emily. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Oh, what's this? I've only noticed that. What is that? Oh, is it a sci-fi thing? Is it Superman? No. Oh, SuperCon man, okay! We're not all as observant as you are. It's not like it was obvious or anything. I honestly thought it was a trash bin that wasn't open yet. Sorry, SuperCon man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm very well. What's your name?
My name is Nick.
Nick, nice to see you. What's your question?
What was your favorite part about being Donna Noble, and if given the chance, would you do it again?
I don't know what my favourite part about being Donna Noble was. I guess it was probably to distill it, it was working with David and getting to know David and having the experience of really working with such a brilliant actor. Would I do it again? I mean, it's kind of a difficult question, you know, because would I do it again? Probably not, actually, because I don't think there's a way she'd come back, and I think it's nice to leave something when you're in people's good graces. I just don't think it's, you know, forward thinking for her to come back.
Not as Donna Noble, but as a character that has a similar mentality or same energy and spunk.
Energy and spunk, which is a word I'm not quite sure we can use anymore. Hashtag time's up, Nick. Come on, man. Have you met Justin?
Only 30. You ain't that old.
Yeah, I mean, loads of characters have got energy and spunk. Nick's word, not mine. Do you not say that word? Because at home, spunk might mean something completely different. Okay. We're moving on. Yes! That would not be a question at home. Oxford, am I right? Save that one for Barrowman, indeed. Thank you for your question. Yeah, no, I would play a character with energy and spunk. I like to think I bring energy and spunk. I'm going to say it if you're not going to, if you're going to let me, to all my characters. Thank you. Hello, sir.
Hello. My name's Jonathan.
Hello, John.
I'm a big fan of the Calvin Tate show.
Thank you very much. Come into the centre, John. Let's use this stage they've built specifically for me and you. Come here, under the light. Find your light.
I know you've been asked this question 1,000 times, but
Let's hear it again.
my favorite character's name.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite skit or a favorite game skit that you're very proud of?
To be honest, I'm egotistical enough to love them all. And it's such fun, to be honest, it's such fun when you put the prosthetic on and you swear, because swearing for a living is a joy, let me tell you. Let me think, I have done a sketch with Nan with David that was good fun.
Yeah.
That was really good fun.
That was my favorite scene.
Oh, it was! Yeah, no, that was a good one. It was called Nan's Christmas Carol.
Yes.
And that was good because we took Dickens' story, A Christmas Carol, with the main character of Scrooge, and I made my Nan character the Scrooge character. So she was visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, and I think David was the ghost of Christmas present, maybe. Yeah. So that was a great one.
I would love to see you redo the character in the Christmas show.
Oh. Well, it's going to come in film version, so that'll be good. And if you want to, you can come to Australia and watch me do it live.
Oh, thank you.
I will question your commitment if I don't see you in Melbourne. Hello, darling.
Hello.
A fellow ginger. Yes! That's right, Raleigh. This is the only other ginger person I've seen. What, have you got a door policy or something? How are you, darling? What's your name?
I'm Kayla from Taylorsville.
Taylorsville's getting an outing today, isn't it? Come up the ramp. Your best catwalk walk.
Well, I have a Doctor Who question.
Okay.
What was your take on silence in the library?
To be quiet. My my take on it, what do you mean? You mean what did I interpret it? Because don't ask me questions about what it meant.
What they're like emotionally to you?
Yeah, the thing about Silence in the Library, which was my favourite thing about that episode, it was a double episode, don't worry, I've done my research, is that you saw in it the life that Donna could have had. And you saw her very quickly meet the man of her dreams and have her twins and have her life. And then it was taken away from her. And again, it's, you know, all the way through Donna's story, she gets this and everything gets taken away. And that was another glimpse of something that Donna could have had. And I remember speaking to Russell about that and saying, why didn't you let Donna end up with that guy? And he was like, oh, I was trying to do it, but I was thinking it wouldn't work because it was a parallel universe. And I was like, all right, stop, you've lost me. But my take on Silence in the Library is that's what I remember of another tragedy of Donna, because she lost again what she could have had. She had a perfect life that was taken away from her. Don't fall off the edge because I'll be liable. Thank you, darling. Nice to see you. Thank you. When we're finishing, get up to the next person should be standing up. I mean, this cult isn't gonna last if we don't have rules.
How's it going?
Good, darling. How are you?
I'm great. I'm better now.
Better now. We're in front centre stage.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am, ever. Do you know I don't go into shops that call me ma'am? Well, I don't go back into them. Ma'am, forget it. You've just lost my business. I'm missed till I'm 60.
My question is, I thought that your Royal Variety performance was the ballsiest thing I've ever seen, because you're just calling out the Queen and the royal family.
Yes,
and
that went down well, I can assure you.
It was just one of the most badass things I had ever seen.
Thank you.
So my question is, leading up to it, what was the environment night like in terms of, were you nervous? Were your two other actor companions nervous? I mean, that had to be a scary thing to approach.
For anyone who doesn't know, what happens in Great Britain is we have a thing called the Royal Variety performance, where you are invited to, it's a bit like, you know, in the old days, you know, you have to go entertain the court. You are invited to be in a show where the Queen attends, and, you know, all big singers and everyone come. And I was asked to go, and I said, oh, okay, I'll go as my character, Lauren Cooper. And, you know, the Queen is sitting in a box. It's an absolutely massive theatre. And it was the first time that anyone had ever acknowledged the Queen from stage in a comedy way. I mean, everyone kind of references it, but it was the first time they ever took a cutaway of the Queen during it on camera. And all I was saying was, you know, I was asking her if she was bothered, right, the Queen. So I wasn't nervous before, because I don't suffer from nerves, so I wouldn't be able to do what I do. I think if I suffer from nerves, I know some people who do, and it must be debilitating, and my heart goes out to them, but I don't know whether I've just not got that thing in my brain, or I don't know, but I don't suffer from nerves. I probably should suffer from nerves, because if I suffered from nerves, I might think, oh, should I ask the Queen if she's bothered? But you have to go through everything with the lawyers and stuff like that. Anyway, what happened on the night was, it was on a knife's edge. And actually, I stayed on the right side of the knife's edge. But if I'd have tipped it a tiny bit further, I would probably have been in jail. Because even after the show, I mean, it's stupid, you know, tabloid headlines. I was on the front page of all the tabloid newspapers, and, Tate Anger's palace, and of course I didn't, because the Queen spoke to me afterwards, and she said to me, well, it was certainly a variety show, wasn't it? So I'll take that as a win. But thank you for your question. Yeah, if I was ever asked to perform in front of the Queen again, I'd probably, I don't know, probably wouldn't reference her. But it was funny. Oh, it was so funny. obviously, the Queen's got a great sense of humour. Hello, darling, how are you?
Good. My question's about Partners in Crime.
Yeah.
That episode with the banter in between y'all going back
Oh,
and
yeah.
forth with David Tennant, that's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, thank you.
I just love the energy of that one. And oh man, that's just one of my favorites. That's pretty much, that was part of it, and I already forgot the second question.
Okay. Well, let me ask it for you.
Yeah, I was just wondering though, did y'all do more improv or more scripting?
Oh, it was all scripted.
All scripted.
Everything
I
was
didn't know about
scripted.
the comedy and part of it.
The only thing that wasn't scripted was is Partners in Crime the bit where the first one?
That's when they were like in between shouting across.
Yeah. So the Partners in Crime was the only thing where all it said in the script was, because Donna had been trying to meet the doctor, she'd been trying to find him again, and then they find themselves in the adipose office. And she sees him, and all it says is in the script was, she sees him through the glass and he sees her. That's all it said. So I said to the director, when we were getting there, and I remember it was a night shoot, we were all on night shoots, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And so I said to the director, so when we get to this bit, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Presumably you've got, a big beat sheet of all things me and David are going to do together.
I was wondering about that.
And he went, no, we just thought you'd make it up. And that's what I had to do. Oh yeah, and we just, David didn't know what I was going to do, I didn't know what he was going to do, and we just literally did it on one take.
I was wondering how many takes I would take.
Yeah, I think we probably only did it on one take because you want it to have that element of spontaneity. Yeah, and that's what it was. Yeah, it was. He just said, yeah, they see each other through the glass. Thanks very much. Thank you, darling. How do I know when it ends? Is it when people start walking away and going, there's another panel I'd rather be at? Is there like a thing?
There is an app.
There's an app? What do you mean an app? What have I got to download it to see what time I've got to get off? Oh no, you'll tell me. Will you make it clear, like there? Like give me 5. Not a high five. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello, darling. Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
My name's Megan. It's wonderful to meet you.
Thank you.
Donna is actually my favorite companion from Doctor Who.
Thank you.
She's so strong and she's been through so much. My question is, what do you think is the most important thing that people can kind of take away from her character and the things that she's been through?
The most important thing you can take away from Donna's character is don't lose your bloody memory, that's for sure. Don't hang around with a Time Lord. I guess, well, the sad thing is, you can take it away, but Donna can't, and that is to know that, obviously everyone has their rightful place and can do whatever they like and be the best person they could ever be. But she didn't know that. But I guess with Donna, she always felt she wasn't good enough. And, that's the thing, that obviously we're all good enough. And, hashtag love each other. Yeah, I guess, that is the takeaway with Donna, that she's got this big front, but she was capable of so much, as of course we all are, and we need to break down our own barriers, I think, first.
Thank you for being that.
Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Here we go, it's the man with the app. Second time on stage.
Enter, stage left.
Oh, there we go. We've got a thespian. That just means actor. Hello, love, how are you?
Quite well, thank you for asking.
Okay.
My name's Hank.
Hello, Hank.
Good. Well, my question is actually not a Doctor Who question, even though I first saw you in Doctor Who. You did great on that show.
Thank you.
And,
hashtag affirmation.
My question is about the theatre.
Right.
And, given that there's a lot of aspiring actors around here, and I've done some theatre before in the past.
You never know.
would be some good words of advice for people who want to get into acting or theatre in general?
Okay, well, I would say maybe just call it